with Eli. What is up, club? And you will see the loading park sign above me. You know where we are. This is Theme Park Tycoon 2. Just gotta love it. We're back on Roblox after a long time of waiting. Sorry about that. But I've made a lot of changes to my theme park. And don't worry, I only have the music turned off. But as you will hear, the actual sound effects are on. I don't have all the sound off. I just have the music off because probably copyrighted. I don't know if it is or not, but better safe than sorry. So as we go into the park, you'll notice that, yeah, my voice is a little scratchy. Did a lot of screaming at a theme park recently. Quasi, for all my Connecticut peeps. So, this here in front of you, this blue coaster right here, is Aquaman. It's themed to Aquaman. This gray one is themed to a hurricane. I forget the actual name. That red one is Firebird, which is very popular. But Aquaman's the most popular by far. Like, look. Let me show you the stats for this thing. Stats. 1,429 guests. Look at this. Over the last 5 hours, look at all of that. So many people ride this ride every day. It's awesome. But let's not focus on things that have been in the park for a while. Let's focus on the new rides. And believe it or not, the Hurricane one is actually one of them. And there it goes right now. You now know what it is. It is a Mach Extreme Spinner. Made as extreme as I am able to. I love the new sounds for roller coasters. So let's ride this new one. There's so much trash in my park. But guess what? I'm too lazy to clean it up. Your boy ain't cleaning all that up. No. I ain't doing that. I'm lazy. I need someone else doing that with me. Sorry. Scratchy voice. So, here we go. Up the launch. This thing sounds awesome. Oh my god. In version number 1, 0G stall. Outer bank turn into a 0G roll-ish. Then a heartline roll, where we just did a backflip. And that's the ride. A lot of my newer rides are shorter, but Aquaman, which we'll get to, crazy. Also, you may know, I think I've done a POV of this, but for all you new people, you'll get to see that. So, some of you will know that, some of you may remember Maroon Madness, my old hybrid coaster that is kind of sucky and small. And I noticed that, so I decided that with my additional building skills that I got, that are still crappy, but I don't really care. It's my theme park. What am I going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? But yeah, it's, you see this thing running at least 5 times per visit, depending on how long you stay. Also, I recently was able to do some edits and make it support 2 trains. Although you'll notice a pretty fatal flaw. I had to have the train stop at the top, but it's kind of cool. It's like a dive coaster. but I have a dive coaster. It's themed Devil's Snare for all my Harry Potter fans out there. I know you exist, and I know you're watching this video. And that green guy, that's kind of cool. I decided, hey, why not make a Harry Potter themed ride? You know? I have a kind of Cobra Roll, kind of not Cobra Roll. It's an Immelman and then a 0G roll. I call it the Devil's Snare roll. Very creative, I know. And alright. What is this thing? This, my friend, is the newest ride in my whole park. And it replaced an invert. That was also themed to Batman. And the Batcave food court was when the, what the, oh my god, is that one of my parents' phones? Yeah, okay, we'll just wait for, please help. Okay. Incredibly sorry about that. Did not mean to happen. But anyways, this is Batman Ultimate Flight. I decided I need a good corkscrew coaster. Because my other corkscrew coaster, which is currently the oldest ride in the park, mostly basic editor, and when I used advanced editor, didn't go great. But this was entirely advanced editor except for the station. And I'll show you my advanced editor skills on the oldest ride in the park. But pretty much every other ride is made entirely out of advanced editor. And I'll admit, I've gotten much better. You can see how my progress, you can see where I've gotten better in my advanced editor skills. And fun fact, that little 0G roll, heartline roll thing used to be a horrible 0G stall, but I realized it and I'm like, I can make this better. So I did. It used to be really sucky. And I was able to make it connect up to the rest of the ride, which is why this horrific thing is there. But I'll admit, it doesn't seem that bad when the train runs through it. And obviously, I was expecting the train wouldn't be going so fast through this part because there's like zero bank. But, it's just an extremely fast wild mouse. It's basically a wooden roller coaster. They have zero banking, right? So, yeah, we'll go on this one more time. And then check out the rest of the new rides, starting with that. Sneak peek preview. So we go down the curve drop through the first 0G roll, which is very smooth, must admit. Then we go through a low to the ground turn, 0G roll, low to the ground turn, up through those last turns, airtime hill, and the final brakes. I'll admit, I accomplished something with this ride. So, you're probably wondering, what the hell is this? Well, I need to get the train up to the station, otherwise it would just valley and just be stuck forever. And wouldn't be good. We need to get passengers off the ride. But this is what it does. Goes up. And you're probably saying, oh, we could probably make that. No. How much you want to bet? You know? How much do you want to make? I will make a bet. We'll connect it up. Put it in testing. Grab a path so I get the little cave light and see what happens. If it works, well then I'm not keeping that chain lift. But guess what? It's not going to. There. You need any more proof than that? So, do that. Grab a chain lift, connect up. Boom. And we'll put the ride in testing because I absolutely need to get an overhead of this whole ride. So it stretches out pretty good. So this is our second ride. And I'm bringing all the video games back. I don't play video games no more. Never play video games. Except for little and I got a one. Never play video games. Alright, I'll stop. And now, the POV. Wait. Blah, 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 blah. And now, the POV. Cool. All right. So let's go ahead and... So you've seen Dynamite Cove before? Oh, pfft. You know what? You're going to see it, but in the back row. Because, yeah, why not? Back row, boys! Oh, my God. This is because there used to be a hydraulic launch. It's not there anymore. But now it's just part of theming. We'll say, like, this is an abandoned mine, and there was a ton of rust that made the thing messed up. But, yeah. This ride still holds up. And since removing both of my inverts that I used to have in this park, it's gotten a lot more ridership. Alright, I'll be honest with you. I removed that Batman invert like yesterday. But the other invert, you're probably wondering, what the heck did I do with the station that was in the tunnel that used to be for Golden Death? Which, I don't even know if you ever saw that. Maybe in like my first one. And what did I do with Golden Death? Let me show you. 2 rides. I had a Golden Death sequel. That was the multi-launch, the new multi-launch. Mind you. And now I have one themed to, like, you're chasing a monster in the desert. And this is probably the most themed ride. No, the second most themed because the tunnel on Dynamite Cove. But this is probably not my best. Ow. But hey. I actually made this a good amount of time ago. And I used the original Golden Death and Golden Death 2 station. But yeah, this is something right at the front of the park. Like you're walking on a sidewalk, you're going to see this thing. You're going to be like, what the heck is that? It's so cool. Oh God. Yeah. Let me have this. So yeah, that's basically what I did with the actual area Golden Death took up in like the beginning of the ride. It was honestly pretty. So you're leaving the park to say goodbye. No, you're coming in and you're like, what is that? And then you watch it. That's just awesome. If this were real, that would be an iconic thing. You're coming up and that's the first thing you see. Well, depending on which way you're going, it could be the roto drop in my pirate ship. But yeah, you walk in. This is your first impression at the entrance. Welcome to Coaster World, California. So, now that we've done those two, let's move on to my new and probably final wooden coaster. So I've had multiple different wooden coasters in my park. And I've never really seemed to get that wooden coaster right. But I think this is the one I finally did. It's themed to a haunted house. You've got these little escape pods. And you get to... And you go in the escape pods, and I picture a ton of weird voices. Listen, I'll just do the voices, I guess. Nice try, but you can't escape the haunted house. Not on Halloween night of a full moon. You want to go faster? I don't think so. Maybe, just maybe, you'll get stuck at the top, waiting for your impending doom. But, who can say for sure? Maybe you'll just get lucky. Don't let him escape. You really thought it was over? You're never quite out of the woods yet. Never. 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 You're not even close to being done. Well, you would be. But here, life is just an endless loop. Enjoy your life while you still can. Alright, I really can't do that voice. Now it's time for the oldest ride in the park. Because I know we were doing all the newer rides, but I thought we'd get a throwback. This is Fireball, currently the oldest ride in the park. And I plan to never get rid of this because this shows the good old days. I remember when I was building this, actually. It was either before or after the era where I thought it was cool to have a chain lift on the whole ride. It was probably after because I didn't use Advanced Editor. In which case, that would literally be impossible. Oh, I forgot, this has 3 laps. But you've seen one. Yeah. This is, I think, the first roller coaster I ever made go upside down. Maybe. And this is how I chose to do it. I actually added Heartline to it because it didn't have that before. Which I think was a good decision. But what the hell is this? Like, you do a twist, and then you just go up like a half loop. Like, it's not really that, that's not really how it works. It's not like, I don't know. But, yeah. What are you gonna do? Right? Right. Alright. Now we're gonna get back to the newer rides. And by this, we're gonna get a little now we're gonna get a little cold. This is Yeti Attack. No, not this. This is the Batman ride. You know this. This thing right here. My beautiful single rail roller coaster. And you probably remember seeing it earlier in the video. Now you probably know what it does. It's a boomerang. And if you are living under a rock and don't know what a boomerang roller coaster is, it's a roller coaster that goes backwards through the whole layout and comes right back to the station backwards. So that was kind of a 0G stall, 0G roll hybrid. Now if you're in the front row, you think you're going off the edge, but yeah. Interesting stop. What were you gonna do? So, that was that ride. Now, let's see. Oh, I almost forgot both of my children's rides. Well, I should say children's roller coasters. In different parts of my... Oh! I forgot to mention what I did with the tunnel for Golden Death. Dynamite Overlook. I added a glass floor. And you can look down and see the Dynamite Cove under you. And you can just watch it go through. You can even see the smoke emitters I put there. Thought smoke emitters would be a neat touch because look at this. Oh, that's my parents. So, Hope you enjoyed the update on my theme park. Goodbye.